I wanted to show y'all a little bit of what I've done over 200 days inside of my Minecraft world. And also, if you like this kind of video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get started. Figured before I show any of my grand builds, I would show you guys just a simple build. This is actually my skeleton spawner, which it actually works. As you can tell, a skeleton pops out right there. And this is a bubble elevator, and how this basically works is just water pushes the skeletons over, and then other water current pushes them up, and there's a bubble elevator that goes up, and they go over there, and they drop. That is just the simple skeleton farm I created. Let me show you guys where exactly I live at, because that's kind of where the magic happens. So flying over to the base, as you can tell that this world is not normal because the generation is actually amplified, which just means that I can get really cool stuff like this. As well as that, as well as this, and also means that I can do amazing flying stunts like this. So this is actually what I constructed a very while back. It's just a basic bridge, but I honestly very much like it because it looks custom, and I actually customized the water around it, added a waterfall, and this is what it looks like without crossing the water. And this is just the side of the mountain. And mind you, everything here is entirely made by hand. I do all this by hand, but I do also use Lightomatica just to kind of bring my ideas to life. And this is actually my starter base right here. This is the outside of it. And this is the back door. This is the inside. And this is the second story. And this is just the basic roof line. Now over here is just a basic farm. I actually made this on day one, so it's just basic. And over here is where my sugarcane resides, as well as a bone meal maker, as well as my animal pen. Just don't mind the random green sheeps. And up here is actually one of my favorite things I've done, is actually a pathway to my small but humble sugarcane farm, which the rates aren't that good, but hey. So for this build, I used acacia, warped, and then oak for the floor, as well as calcite, spruce, and diorite for the ceiling. And over here, I just used basically oak and spruce. And for over here, I used a combination of tough, stone bricks, spruce, and oak. And then smithing tables for the floor. Now over here is actually one of my favorite things I've done, and this is actually my overhang that kind of leads to my enchantment room. So this is what the outside looks like. As you can tell, I haven't really trimmed those vines lately. They're getting kind of overgrown. And there is actually the pretty much outer portion of the enchantment setup. And as we go on this slope, we actually meet our small enchantment room. I mean, I can't really call it room, it's more of a setup, but hey, it works. And then right around here is my custom lake. Let me go into free cam so I can actually show y'all. Now, mind you, everything is entirely placed by hand. Nothing is artificial except for the area around here, but a lot of the detailing I did myself. There is just canoes, ruins, there's a section of small boats. And for this build, I just used a combination of sand, gravel, moss, leaves, kelp, as well as seagrass. So, and then go over here, I actually made my own custom canal, which this right here wasn't actually here. I had to literally mine this whole entire section out, but this is all custom done. And for this build, I used leaves, stones, a lot of stones, oak, and then leaves, and then seagrass at the bottom, as well as sand. Now let me show y'all my villager setup breeder contraption thing. Villager trading hall. This would be right here, and what I wanted was kind of a clone of that, but I used oak, spruce, and then stone. So going in, It's not really done yet, but it kind of gets the job done. I used oak, birch, oak, and then spruce for the floor, and then for the top I used just oak and then spruce, and then also stone. So it's basic, I know. It's nothing to really brag about, but this right here is something to brag about. This is actually my Nether portal room. As we can tell, it kind of looks like the Nether itself kind of got blown into the overworld. And then over here is actually where I make my potions at. And please don't mind all the Endermen. I have a slight Enderman infestation, so. And then in here is where I do my potions. And now for this build, I use a combination of spruce, cobblestone, warped, and then crimson, but also netherrack, and also blackstone, and this is the back of it. And what I was going for here is kind of like a wannabe witch hut, so. Going over here, more the nether themed blocks. And if I go into that free cam, it kind of shows y'all how this actually looks as if it's a nether fortress, and that's kind of what I was trying to go for. Now going up here, this is actually where my storage room is. And now for the storage room, I kind of took inspiration for like a secret lab or some kind of mechanical area. And now this is the sides of it. This is also the side. This is the back. And for this build, I use a combination of tough stone, spruce, a lot of copper, and also acacia. So going in, we have a fancy piston door. And inside of the room, it looks as if it's very mechanical, and there is a custom light fixture that is hooked up with a bunch of hopper clocks right there. And when this hopper clock turns on or off, it sends a signal up there. And then we have a bunch of redstone hooked up with repeaters that kind of makes the current go over there, and then it slowly goes back. So it's basic redstone, and this is just what it looks like from the inside. And I kind of wanted a lot of steampunk, but also mechanical stuff. These are pipes and whatnot. As far as this build, I really like it, but let me show y'all a little bit of farm. So right here is actually my moss farm. Right here, what I was trying to go for is the vibe as if this area was mutated and stuff was growing out of this gigantic heap of moss, and it does actually work. Yep. Now, the rates are pretty basic, but I like it. And now up here is kind of my storytelling area, if you will. So when I take this book from this chiseled bookshelf, that opens up. So let's go up and see what exactly is here. Now this was actually my small selection of lore, which I did within my LP series, but let's attempt to kind of showcase it a little bit. So we have a lot of mechanical stuff. If I make movement, a secret door opens up. And this is the inside of this satellite dish, but let me show you guys what exactly it looks like. So this is the outside. I kind of want it as if this area was slowly getting mutated, and as if like a secret government organization was being a part of random testing on this area. So this is the gigantic satellite dish. Mind you, I haven't really trimmed a lot of the vines away, so it looks kind of shoddy, but this is what it looks like. And now let me show you guys what exactly I've been up to lately. So over here is actually my stronghold room, which I customized, but going out of here, I wanted to kind of showcase my working Enderman farm. So right here is my Enderman farm, which I made very as of late. Now it does work on the top platform. It's actually 100% ice, and this is the inside of it. So anyways, guys, this is what I've been doing 100+ days inside of my single world LP. If you would like to watch the series, feel free to click on the playlist up there, and that'll take you to all the videos which I've been doing. If you want to watch and kind of binge it, you totally can. Just know that around episode 1 through 5, it's kind of choppy, so just be aware. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Bye bye.